confident, that's who they run to, the bigger girls, because most
Yeah.
big girls are going to have good credit, have some money, and be able to help take care of them.
And
Because
cook.
bigger woman says help. Smaller woman says, "Oh, I have to carry that load. Oh, I got to take care of her." Bigger woman says she gonna help me. She gonna put this load over her back. So
Because
when the
that's what she
men,
has to do
she
to
has
keep a man, to maintain a man.
to make up for it.
Yeah.
And so the man again, I want to just sacrifice, step up, be by yourself for some time, get your money right. It's I'll just go get a big girl, she'll help me.
It's easy.
When the men are not financially
Mm-hmm. And there's a clip that I had that went viral a few months ago, and they really came for me with this clip. And yet, since then, we've just seen countless numbers of situations proving what I said there to be right. And boy, does truth hurt. Now, we're about to break all this down, but before we do, ladies, get into today's makeup look. I do have a women's only Patreon that is for women to come in who want to look good and want to be their best selves. Okay, I get ready for all my uploaded content and my live streams live on the Patreon. I show all the products I use, all the techniques I use. I don't gatekeep at all. And while I'm doing my makeup, the Patreons are able to decide what topics they want to discuss. And I cover everything from relationships to motherhood to womanhood to our femininity. You name it, I give it a scoop and give it a game on everything. It's a great group of women who are, who are committed to being their best selves, who want to put that work in. We share secrets, beauty secrets, recipes. It's a great support system. We get together, whether it's online, whether it's in person. We have once a month meetups. We have 2-3 times a week that we do movie night. And then we have different meetings. Like, for example, this week we have a meeting about a mastermind meeting about how to use your femininity to generate more income. We're going to be putting a brainstorm together as far as how to come up with some more money using your creativity, using your femininity to bring in the money. Because, honey, we are moving into an economy where it's about to be all hands on deck. We ain't got time for that foo-foo. Get me a maid, get me a chef, baby. It's going down. Okay, so honey, we getting prepared, honey. We are not delusional over there, baby. We getting together. Ladies, join the Patreon. The link is in my description. Patreon.com/Sixthegoddis. Now, that clip I just showed y'all, like I said, it went viral. What I was explaining was this. I will shout from the mountaintops until kingdom come that as a woman, you navigating in the world is like buying a house. This is the example I use. Let's say you go to buy a house and you get a 27% interest rate on your pre-approval letter. They say you're going to need $70,000 down payment. Your interest rate is going to be 28%. It's got to be a 40-year mortgage. The market is messed up at this time. If you have a good realtor, that realtor going to tell you, listen, honey, this might not be the best time for you to buy a house. What you need to do, go work on your credit, pay some things down, maybe generate some more income, redo your taxes. And next year we'll try this again. And for the long-term success, for that long-term investment, it's much better to wait a year so that you can have the best offer possible to get the best deal, right? This is why I simply don't recommend women dating when you are not only big, but morbidly obese. Number one, because if your health is not together, you ain't no help to nobody. You can't chase no turnaround. You can't, deal with intimate exercises, if you know what I mean, properly. And it all around causes a sense of insecurity. If you are a woman who is overweight, that has to be your first step. You see what I'm saying? You have to get that under wraps before you do anything else. Okay. And this conversation is not to say that, skinny women or women who are in shape never experience abuse or never experience issues with men. So please, we're not going to go there. What this is about is alignment. This is what your femininity and your womanhood is about. It's not about fighting and forcing. Okay. Y'all be trying to force people to accept your body, talking about body positivity. That is not feminine. The feminine way to handle it would be to say, the men like for us to look good. If the men like for us to make a statement on their arm. Let's just go ahead and watch what we eat. Let's exercise. I'm not saying everybody got to be out here like a bodybuilder lifting weights every day. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is you got to stop fighting what they want and give them what they want. Okay. Now this case study today is going to be Monique and Derek from Love and Lockup. I think by now we all know who they are. They are a hot mess. And their relationship really drives home the point I had earlier. Now, there are some men that will say, well, some men like big girls. Number one, when you hear people say that, I'm going to tell you what this really means. There's a difference between what someone like and what is a kink. A kink is something you do behind closed doors. A like is what you bring to the company dinner. You understand me? So when you have women who are big talking about some men like big girls, ma'am, him coming over to give you Netflix and peen does not count. Okay. We are talking about the woman who was on his arm when he go to his company Christmas gala. That's what we're talking about. If you big, you can't go to the gala because the tables is close together. You can't fit through the tables. Now you embarrassing the man. You trying to hold your stomach up and squeeze through. It's not going to happen. And don't work like that. So please, in this conversation, ladies, do not confuse a kink for what a man actually likes. Okay. Kinks do not get brought out into the daytime. They are a low-key, it's a low-key fetish thing that stay over there that they don't want to bring out in person. Okay, I told you about my neighbor upstairs that was luckily she moved now, thank God, at 350 pounds. And then man would come to her house at 4 a.m. and be gone by 6 a.m. They didn't want nobody to see that. Okay. What women are going to have to accept, I don't care if this hurts your feelings, when people see a man with a big woman, it tell them two things. Number one, it make them think he broke. And number two, it make them think he has no control in his household, period. Okay. The problem with us as women is men hide their sacrifices and suffering from us. We just see the end result at the end of the day when he comes home and he's just kind of chilling. We have no idea. And most men are not too vocal with us to inform us of the day-to-day ins and outs things that he had to overcome as a Black man. It's not easy. Okay. So if you expect a man to bust his behind, fight white supremacy, racism, and everything else to make something of himself, he is not going to do all of that work just to get with a woman that make him look broke. I tell my ladies all the time, the way a man look do not matter. It doesn't matter. The way a man looks has zero bearing on his ability to be a man and lead a family. You should not be attracted to a man based off of what his looks are. You should really have to get to know a man before he's attractive. Someone or something can be good looking. Okay. A dress can be good looking. Okay. My dog is good looking. All right. Good looking and attractive, two separate things. A woman should never be attracted to no man unless she know him. What are you attracted to? Was he a bad bitch? You know what I'm saying? So as women, we have to understand that's not the case with us. A woman's looks directly affects the man's image and his lifestyle, period. We as Black women are the only group of women that are fat at age 14. Okay, when you see other races of women get fat in majority, it's as they get older, after they have children, they've already been married 20 years, that's on them if they want to fall off. But we be fat in middle school. And then our mama keep feeding us, talking about it's cute. All right. So once again, let me just say this one more time, because I know y'all thumbs getting ready. I know y'all can't wait to sit up here and say, oh, 6. You can't really say that because it's skinny girls get cheated on too. Skinny girls insecure too. I understand that. But a part of your femininity is saying, if this is what I want to align myself to get it. It's not saying in your feminine energy, you need to relinquish control. So it's not saying I'm going to do this because I want to control a certain result. It's saying I want to do this for me. I'm not concerned about how people respond to it. Desiring a certain response from people is controlling. So that's not why we self-improve as women. We self-improve as women due to ourselves, due to the alignment. This is what I want. I'm going to align myself to get it. It's that simple. So I want to make sure y'all understand that, because if y'all getting these comments talking about skinny girls get cheated on too, I don't know what I'm gonna do. The difference is the woman who is in shape and has herself together, she has more of a chance to be aligned with something healthy. If you're big, it doesn't even matter if the right situation comes up, the right man comes up, the right opportunity comes up, you're not ready for it. I would like to see us as women, especially as Black women, stray away from that mindset of, oh, I ain't going to do XYZ because he going to still cheat. That has to stop. Black women don't want to do nothing unless it guarantees men not cheating. And I cannot stand that for us, because y'all be lying. I'd much rather y'all tell the truth and say, yes, we care about what the men think. Yes, we care about what they want. No, we're not doing anything unless the man, okay. I'd much rather y'all be honest and say that than sit here and lie all the time and say, I don't do what I do for men. But then every time someone brings up discipline for you, self-improvement, growth for you, oh, your first thing out your mouth is, well, it don't matter because he's still going to cheat. So just admit you do everything for a man. Just say that then. So now we have love after lockup. When you hear men say, that's what I was getting into before. When you hear men say they like big girls, number one, that's usually men that live in small country towns. Okay. Understand, the kind of woman that you can get away with being seen with in Alabama or Arkansas is totally different than the kind of woman you can get away with being seen with in Miami, in Atlanta, in LA. Okay. So please don't let these dudes that live in buttfuck Alabama tell you I like big girls. They have a scarcity mindset. They live in small towns. There's not that many women in general. Then there's not many women single, because country people in small towns tend to get married and partner up more because there's not that many options. So don't pay attention to that. Number one. Number two, some men are insecure. I showed you on a video before where that man was like, I would never date an 8. I would never date a 9. I would never date a 10. If I felt like pulling it up, I would, but I've showed it in a previous video. So I don't know why we have this notion that all men want the baddest women. No, they don't. Maybe deep down inside he wants it, but it's what you want and what you are equipped for is two different things. Okay. I want you all to understand these things I'm saying. I'm not saying this out of opinion. I'm saying this out of fact and how the male psyche works, how the male brain works. Okay. When a man sees the bigger waist, it signifies help. I don't know. I don't get why y'all fight this so much. When a man sees smaller waist, it signifies I got to do more work. So throughout history, you will see that whenever we had times of economic crisis, the women got bigger. Then when we had times with economic stability, the women get smaller. When men are struggling economically, that is the only time they will entertain getting with a big woman. Please do not confuse the men who may have got with a big woman when she was small years ago and, they're good now. I'm talking about a man will not bust his behind, work his butt off, make it, and then go out, okay, go to the gas station and see a woman in the pump next to him that weighs 300 pounds and say, yes, that is the woman I want to marry right there. That's her. It's never happening. We've never seen it happen. Now, one of you can show us a time. Some big girls got grandfathered in. To be honest, even they wrong. They wrong for having that man marry them and then they just start getting lazy and stop doing what they supposed to do. They wrong too. Yeah, especially like what's her name? Been with her man 16 years, no kids, and still fat, been fat the whole damn time. It don't make no sense. Okay? So you cannot be a big girl. Y'all remember when Dolce Sloan, her New Year's resolution was no more broke D? And it was like, ma'am, you're 400 pounds. Broke D is the only D you're getting. You're not getting rich in a D unless it's a kink and he's going to come at 4 a.m. and be gone by 6. I don't see how in 2023 women still confuse a man sleeping with them for that meaning a man likes them. That's crazy to me that we still have that complex. Like, wow. Which is why for the fellas, it's your fault too, because every time y'all sit and stick your opinion in women, you tell them that what they're doing is okay. So you have some men, you'll hear them say this all the time when they talk about being a sole provider. They'll say, what if I fall off? What if I fail? What if something happens? Okay, we have got to understand history here, and we can see how Black men are not financially confident. You're dealing with a group of men who had denied opportunities coming from slavery, literally had money taken out their bank account. Our parents is pretty much the first generation of Black people in America who were even able to have bank accounts. So let's pay attention here. So we have a group of men who are economically behind, economically disadvantaged, and economically insecure. And we understand why they are that way. That's why we're not going to beat down on them. We understand history and the reality of it. We're not going to give people unrealistic expectations, talking about why you're not a millionaire. Why are you not making $800,000 a year? You're lazy. We know that is not the case. Black men are not lazy. They're out here working every day, honey. It's set up this way. So when you, as a Black woman, say, well, some men like big girls, yes, because he's insecure, he lacks the confidence. That was my whole point. And there are some men who will try to latch on to an insecure woman, a big woman, whoever they think will help them. But I try to tell y'all that free cooch costs you the most. Every time you try to use a woman to come up or get ahead faster, it's going to set you back 10 steps. Number one, because of just the energy you're putting out. You're putting out a using energy. You're putting out a survival energy. And yes, that's not going to yield anything positive coming back from you to you. It's just not going to happen. So we're going to see how this, Derek from Love After Lockup tried to get with the woman that was real big and real insecure and lonely. And now we're going to see how it made no sense to do that, Derek. You was better off getting it out the mud, being by yourself, getting yourself together on your own before you worried about getting a woman. You know good and well that this is not the woman that you dreamed about as a young boy growing up on who you were going to marry. You know that. Okay. So now we're going to see what happens. We're going to look at the real insecurity, the real key, the real meaning behind all this. This is kind of small. So for some reason, the sound will not play on here, but you see, this is the woman, Monique, and this is Derek. As you can see, not only is she way taller than him, but she is way bigger than him. This woman has to weigh at least 450 pounds, okay? This man probably weigh 150 pounds. So she probably got a good 300 pounds on him. Now, throughout this TV show called Love After Lockup, I told y'all something else. I told y'all in regards to men with money, how, saying that all men want a bad woman is the same as saying that all women want a rich man. That's not true. There are some women where, yes, they want the man that's more broke because then they have control. And Monique is a good example of this. She don't want to lose weight and go get a man that actually has something going for himself and some resources because she's too insecure. She needs a man to depend on her. Okay, so with Derek, she was in charge of their bookings, in charge of the phones, in charge of everything. And, now that Derek has been out for some time, I guess, now he's getting his own bookings, maybe making his own way. And this is why free coochie costs the most. When you got these men talking about they prefer big girls, because I have never seen a big girl that just big all her life and ain't never worked and just have a man taking care of her. Like I said, unless they super country and the man have no other options. And plus, every time if it's ever possible for him to get his hands on a woman halfway attractive, he gonna take it. Okay, one thing about it. So bigger women tend to know, I need to have something going on because I'm probably not going to be able to find a man to take care of me and probably not going to be able to find a man to provide for me. So I need a big girl. I need nurses, clerks, everything, having work from home job, baby, credit, all that. I don't care what no one say. I see it every day. It's true. And they don't mind paying, don't mind buying their way. I saw a big girl talking about she about to go see some dude and she automatically was like, I got my ticket. And I was clutching my pearls like, you got your own ticket to go see your own man. Whoo, girl, I don't know what's going on. But I knew, I'm like, she know. And there's no reward in it. Matter of fact, you making him look broke. So you definitely can't cost him more money. You know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and show you this. So Derek thought he was going to finesse. He'll get him with a big girl. She going to help me get on my feet. But guess what happens? Women who are big are women who have given up on themselves. Y'all don't just be big for a few months or a year. Y'all been big for 10, 20 years. Y'all have given up. Okay, you are the type of people that cannot go without gratification. That food is your gratification. The weight loss process is so hard for so many women because as women, we need adoration, gratification. We need that. We don't have that level of discipline to go without any gratification, which is why every time I go to the gym, it's only me and 3 other Black women in there on a good day. Black women have a microwave mentality and they require an immediate return on everything they do, or they're not interested in doing it because it's a lack of discipline and it's laziness, period. Okay. So if I was a man, I'm not dating a big girl, not only because she big and it don't look good, it's because of the mentality behind it. You cannot prosper with someone who has given up on themselves. You cannot prosper with someone who cannot go a sacrifice for 1 or 2 years to melt the lard forming and hardening around their organs. I'm not about to try to get to the top with a woman I can't even pick up and take to the top with me. So now you thought you finessed it by getting with her, give you somewhere to stay. You knew she was going to put up with everything. You know she ain't got nobody else checking for her. But guess what happens if and when the time comes where you ready to slide? Because see, some men, they're smart. They go ahead and accept their fate. If they choose to go, I'm gonna get the big girl to help me route, they just stay there. They just cheat. Okay. They just stay there like, oh, I ain't gonna try to leave. If I try to leave, she gonna trip. I'm like, I use her. So some men, they'll just take the L and stay. See, Derek, he trying to leave. Derek trying to slide. Derek trying to slide because now he think he don't got him a few bookends or made him a few dollars. Girl, now he ready to go, girl. Now he ready to go. Now Monique over here like, where you going? And I get it because she probably like, I got you out of jail. I've been with you for years. I don't pay for this, pay for that. Now you just trying to go and get with somebody else. You know, I understand to a certain degree. So now Derek trying to slide. So guess what's going to happen when you try to do that? This is why you don't try to cheat the system. This is a person who has given up on themselves, won't even help themselves. So do you think a person like that is going to let you grow and elevate above them? I keep telling y'all, man, that some of y'all are in the bed with your number one hater. Some of y'all are in the bed with the number one person that take you as a joke. That bitch been big for 20 motherfucking years and y'all just sit there letting it happen. Then the minute that you ready to leave, then the minute that you ready to get somebody else, she put her hands around your neck. Now all of a sudden, here come the abuse. Now all of a sudden, I would see this is why once again why God ain't made me a man. Cause I would have smacked the fuck out of her and been like, bye. Because nah, your big ass, you need to get yourself together. You worried about me. I try to tell women all the time, you spend so much time trying to control what a man is doing when you got bigger problems. When you are 300 pounds overweight, you ain't got time to be arguing with no man. You ain't got time. You can't even argue with him about sleeping with nobody else because it's not fair to him that he been with you 3 years. You had plenty of time to lose some of this weight. That's not fair. Men are visual creatures. So yeah, he about to go get something else. And if I was the man, I wish a bitch would have a problem with it. That's why some of y'all was so dumb getting married without these prenups. Now your dumb ass sitting there stuck getting abused and you a grown ass man. You can't even do what you want to do looking stupid. So now we got Derek over here getting abused by this big girl who has given up on her life. And I know at this moment, he know he messed up. And you know what's so crazy? Even after she's done all of this, she gonna still harass him and gonna still want to be with him. Mark my words, because she know ain't nobody else checking for her. Okay. So now we're going to take a look at this. So now that he's elevated, now he getting ready to go to the next level. What do we have? Someone who you cannot bring with you. And now this is what they're going to do. Now, when you trying to move forward and move on, now here come the accusations of abuse. It's the same thing y'all do every single time you're looking to bring a man down, and every single time some ain't go your way. Y'all the first one. I abuse. Girl, you are 500 pounds. This man weigh 100 pounds. I'm sorry. The man is not abusing you. You abusing him. Derek, blink twice if you need help. Okay, we are here for you. This is equal opportunity here. All right. It's not fair that, you know, just the women be talking about they abuse. There, if you are being abused, blink twice. We gonna come save you. Okay, there you're being abused. You should be able to qualify for some type of abuse shelter for battered people. You should be able to go. Just show them a picture of you and her and be like, this is what I'm trying to get away from. And they gonna make a space for you there. Okay. So now here come the text message. Oh, you hit me. Now this crazy as hell because I don't know what this is a picture of. What this a picture of? Because girl, I don't know what this is because baby, your face already big. So what are you showing us? Your cheeks already dark from pre-diabetes or probably full-blown diabetes. You know, people's cheeks be dark like that. That's diabetes. So your cheeks already been dark. So we can't tell if it's a bruise. And your face already big. So we don't even know. Like, what does this mean? So did he hit you? Okay. And so now she's like, oh, so now that he getting ready to elevate and move on, now all of a sudden it's, oh, you hit me. Well, it never fails. And then the sound on this is not playing on the wire. But anyway, in this video, you know, the guy here is asking her, like, did he hit you? And she's saying no. And so now while you try to cheat the system, this is going to end up costing you more than anything. This is why you got to just stay away. You know, it's the same with men. We'll tell men, hey, you know, we would tell a man, matter of fact, me and Danica just did a video about this the other day on the D6 channel. And we're like, you know, a man don't got no business even trying to date, you know, and be nobody boyfriend or something like that. If he doesn't have his basics together, like a place to stay, you know, transportation and stable income, we'll tell a man quick, like, no, you ain't got no business dating because you don't have the basics of what you need as a man. You don't have the basic of what a woman needs to even start dating. Yet a woman be 400 pounds and we talking about you deserve love. This ain't got nothing to do about what you deserve. In life, you deserve what you earn. You deserve what you work for. We as women have got to get out of this mindset that we deserve certain things just because we breathe. What makes you think? I'm so tired of hearing about it's the inside that counts. Only ugly women talk about it's the inside that counts. Like, shut up. Okay, stop it. It is not about the inside that counts. It's about the looks. It starts with the looks. Nobody cares about your inside being good until the looks pass first. Men are visual creatures. If a woman look equate to currency, then yes, you as a woman need to have the bare minimum down and have yourself somewhat together before you try to merge your life with someone else. It only makes sense. Your looks is the main thing you have to offer a man. So you looking for love while you big is the same thing as a man looking for love while he homeless, which explains why the big girl and the homeless man make the perfect couple. But it's not a long-term retirement plan to do things that way. Okay, so let me show y'all this. So, you know, she's not going to stop until one or two things happen. Until Derek come back to her or she completely ruins him, she's not going to stop. She's talking about clearly y'all see him standing in front of the door and wouldn't let me out. Girl, you are bigger than a defensive lineman. Okay, you very easily could have moved him out the way, girl. Stop. You don't believe it. Oh, here go the volume. Hold on, let me turn. Finally, the volume playing, y'all. Let me turn this volume up so y'all can hear. I'm weak.
That's a attempted robbery.
He's talking about robbery, Derek. Are you okay?
Why do you think I'm playing with you?
Look.
Please tell me why.
Look how she got me. Look how she got me.
Derek, move.
Look how she beat me.
Derek,
oh my God, this is crazy. This is
Derek,
crazy.
Didn't you say you don't want me to record you on my phone? Now give me your phone before I break that phone.
You gonna break this phone? That's a attempted
Run.
robbery.
Why do you think I'm playing with you?
Oh,
why do you think I'm
run,
playing with
nigga,
you?
run. Oh.
Please tell me why.
Oh, you okay? Oh.
Look how she got me.
Derek, move.
Look how she got
twice. We coming to get you. Send us your location. Oh Lord, somebody call 911. He do not look okay.
Derek, didn't you say you don't want me to record you on my phone?
So while you sit here and you try your best to take the shortcut and go get with the girl that you think is going to put you on faster, as you can see in the long run, it's going to set him back. Ladies, I'm going to tell you right now, you got to stop eating so much. Okay. I'll be out and about. I'll be seeing y'all. Y'all be eating everything on your plate. You got to stop doing that. Leave some food on the plate. Okay. Reprogram your mind that just because the food is there don't mean you got to eat it. Okay. Because the fact that women are willing to go through this as opposed to getting themselves together is mind-blowing to me. I'm not about to do that. I'm always going to give myself the best shots, the best opportunities that I say I want. If I say I want this certain thing, I'm going to align myself and do what I need to do to get it. But the fact that we as women, we're fighting this so bad, and instead we're pushing this body positivity. Instead, we're trying to guilt and shame people into not wanting to date us because we're a certain size. That just got to stop. It just got to stop, okay? When you have a woman who has herself together, the difference is a lot of her work will then be internal, be spiritual work, okay? It's hard to work on yourself physically with your weight and spiritually at the same time. This is why I tell y'all, ladies, just start with your looks first. Start with getting your weight in order. And I promise you, everything else will start to fall in there. If your weight is out of control and then you're trying to heal spiritually, mentally, it becomes overwhelming. It becomes exhausting. You see what I'm saying? So this is why I take the time to get yourself together first in the right way as a woman before you go looking for love, because all it's going to lead to is insecurity like this and drama. Okay, we have to move into this place of healthy relationship. All this drama, all the back and forth, it's just not it. For the man talking about you like big girls, make sure that you make a decision and you stand on it. Okay, you can't say, oh, I like big girls, and every time we turn around, you with a skinny girl, you're trying to use her for a place to stay, and then you're trying to come up. It don't work that way. Despise the free puss. Despise the free puss. Free puss gonna cost you the most. There is no such thing as using a woman as no come up. Okay, and that's just the way it goes. So y'all, please let me know your thoughts in the comments. This is embarrassing to me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and now a word from our sponsor. So we are here in Lawrenceville, Georgia, and there is a new salon in town that I've gotten word is Black owned, honey. So we're about to go check it out and see what services you can get done today. Let's go. So when I went inside, customer service was impeccable, very friendly. Everything was clean, girly. They even do like bridal shower and events. The makeup room is spectacular. She really just poured into my face, and she said that you can book online, you can call. As you can see, it came out incredible. I will definitely be back. You could not tell me nothing. They took such good care of me. I highly recommend. Y'all gotta check out the Beauty Lab in Lawrenceville.